I do know that my stuff are in that direction there. And since we're in a desert, we are probably going to be getting a bunch of spawns. Oh, that's a camel. I didn't know camels spawn without villages. Is that a thing now? I wonder if there's some sort of village that I missed around here. Oh, we actually weren't that far away from spawn, and it seems like we don't have that many mobs spawning yet, or I shouldn't say that so fast, but ooh, laggy game. Ooh, okay. Maybe I should have looked at the route before I came, but at least now I am closer to my stuff. Yes. Nice. Okay, that was pretty quick work, wouldn't you say? Now we probably will have yeah, there's creepers over there, and we probably have mobs around us at this point. So we should just be super careful with how we orchestrate things. Let's just make at least some level of organization, I guess. Shield. Oh, still have a glitched shield. Gotta fix that for sure. Let's see, what do we have? We can do this. Something like that I think would be fine. Just have to be super careful and quick with this because... Okay. So we are good, I think. And now we have spawns everywhere. Okay. What to do? So I think the plan, if I remember correctly from the last time we were here, I'm pretty sure the plan was to... Gotta fix the textures as well. It's really driving me crazy. I think the plan was to get wool, make a bed. Maybe we should put our iron away just because it's kind of scarce at this point. Put that away as well. Put the arrows away. Okay. I think we should go on a night expedition. We can't really sleep anyway, so we may as well have a little bit of fun here. And let's go. We grab the... I wanted to go in that direction. I really do wonder if there's a village around here that I wasn't seeing earlier. But in the meantime, I think I'll just make my way over in that direction, try and find some sheep. Nice. It's always a good opportunity for blocks, honestly. You know, creeper explosions are kind of scary, but at the same time, it's a great opportunity to find blocks. Now, do we go by land or do we go by sea? I think we go by land. More fun that way. Now, do we need to kill every mob we see, or can we just venture off into the distance What is that light? That light in the distance is lava for sure. Also need to be mindful a little bit of our food, since we don't have a lot. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last video, but I actually did update my game to the latest version, which is nice. Ooh, lots of mobs around here, that's for sure. This is jungle territory. I don't want to be in the jungle. I want to be... We also shouldn't forget direction. Ooh, lots and lots of mobs. I need to get a good vantage point because I kind of lost my sense of direction. Because when you're traveling through the desert at night, it's a little bit difficult to tell exactly where we are. Also, I don't think I'm lost, because at the end of the day, we do have that pillar behind us. Ooh, there we go. Okay, here's a birch forest, which is good. We have pumpkins, which is also useful for sure. Now here we definitely need to be mindful. Okay. We definitely need to be mindful. Ooh. Nice. Okay, let's eat some. Okay. That wasn't too bad, was it? No, it wasn't. And it was an opportunity to kill some mobs, get some... We should just go for it right now anyway. Grab some of these pumpkins. Always like plant more pumpkins when we need it. So I am looking for some animals. Sheep, cows. These skellies really do a number on you. So quick in and out, I think, is worthwhile. How are there no sheep at all in this area? It's a little crazy to me. I don't understand. Where are all the friendly mobs? Seems like that zombie is stuck. There's creepers there. Skellies there. I mean, it's definitely a good place to get some saplings, that's for sure. Also shouldn't be wasting these torches so much. I don't think it's wise. Nice. Coming after me or what? Do we think we can get a creeper? Nice. Okay. I'll take that. I keep missing this guy. Alright, well, at least we got that. I'm not quite sure why my game keeps stuttering. I don't know if that comes through on the recording or if it's just me bugging out, but I'm sure it will get better. But I think we do need to pause for a second and... Okay, let's get some birch saplings, I think is important. And I think we will get, we need to craft an axe or two. Because it is our primary weapon of choice. I also did notice that when you use an axe to break leaves, it seems to diminish the durability of the axe very quickly. And I'm not sure if it has to do with the idea of using the wrong tool for the job, and therefore it kind of deteriorates the when you use the wrong tool, it deteriorates the durability very quickly. Or maybe it's just got nothing to do with the wrong tool. Maybe this is just how no, but it can't be, because axes generally do last a little longer in general. So okay, I think this is a good enough spot where we can at the very least let's get rid of those torches for a second, and let's craft a new oh no, that was a mistake. I did not need that. I guess I'll use that for fuel. That was an absolute mistake. I'm not making mistakes, you're making mistakes. And I didn't need a pickaxe either. Wow. Good going. It's like I'm not even thinking what I'm doing before I do it, and you can kind of tell that that's the situation. My inventory is just a mess right now too, which is great, I guess. I'll just use that wooden pickaxe for as fuel. Let's see if we can find some animals. That was a loud sound. Bee entering a hive. Now the question is, do we try and bring back some cows to our area, or when the time comes to build a farm, we just bring back cows then? Also, who says, I mean, we could, ooh, pink sheep, wow. I don't think I've ever gotten a pink sheep. Ha, nice. I don't believe that I've ever, I'm gonna regret that later, but I don't think I've ever, because I should not be using cobble right now, I don't have enough. I don't think I've ever got a naturally generated pink sheep in Minecraft. That is very cool. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. We'll put like mob drops, organics, let's move that into here. Ooh, I should have brought shears. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. I mean, not an idiot, just very little foresight, I guess. So now I trapped one sheep, and now I'm... Oh wow, look at that, a whole flock of brown sheep. That's new. Oh, I also should really be doing this like the smart way by cooking them. Also, quickest way to find water is to just light an animal on fire, I guess. Yeah, I think quickest way to find water. Okay, let's craft the bed now before we get lost. And because it's gonna be night before you know it. It's crazy how fast time moves in this game, both in game and out of game. Like in reality, time moves very quickly when you're playing this game. And if I don't pause to actually craft the bed, we end up in a position where it's going to be nighttime and no bed in sight. Okay, this looks more promising, I guess. the texture of my telescope, of whatever it's called, the spyglass, really bothers me. But honestly, this is not that far from spawn, and it's much nicer area. I mean, not this these acacia woods, kind of annoying. Don't really love this biome. But where we were a moment ago is actually a pretty decent area, flatlands or whatever it's called. Honestly, I don't really know the names of these biomes so well, so no apologies in advance, I guess. I'll just name this biome whatever I want to name it. So over here on planet Earth, it's pretty nice, but out there in the sand dunes where terrorism happens, no. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, so let's see. I kind of do like this type of biome here on the riverside, and I have a funny feeling that I may have even said so when I was kind of looking out to this area from down there, from the big pillar that we had. I'm not quite sure what the plan is today. I mean, I honestly, I kind of enjoy playing Minecraft with no plan and then just seeing what happens. I can't guarantee I will never use a creative world to plan builds, but at the moment I don't plan to. Because it's just very enjoyable this way. I also want to get some more sheep because I want to have at least 2 beds. This way I can set spawn at my base and then why do I keep missing these? I swear I'm getting worse and worse at the game every time I play it. Nice. That is 2. And that is 3. Okay. It's good to see cows out here and horses and stuff, because bottom line, and pigs too, because sometimes you spawn in a desert and it's very difficult to come by decent animals many times. I also wonder if there's going to be a village. I know that there's ways of figuring out if there's going to be a village based off of the pie chart, other types of tricks in the F3 menu that you learn through watching speedrunners play, but the question is if we really want to, or it's just overkill. Well, let's take our big textured telescope and see what we see. I mean, this area is pretty cool for like a base. I like that like flatlands type biome, and it's kind of flat going that way too, which is cool. Like I can envision building like a whole base out here, village and whatnot. I do agree with Etho that the vibrant green grass of the jungle biome is really nice, so maybe that's the direction to go in. I don't know why I talk about that as if I know the guy, but let's see. I know, oh, we had a plan to go to the ruined portal, which we completely missed, so we'll have to swing back around for that. I do still intend to build a base down there. I think it's nice to build a base out in the desert, especially since we have our mine out there. And I do think that at some point, let's start getting this bed ready. I do think that at some point, we do have to kind of consider what the general direction plan is. Um, with this world, I do know that I want to play as organically as I can, and I know that I enjoy building. I do enjoy making a farm or two. Playing around with some redstone would be nice. But overall, just kind of settling in. Like, that looks like super nice pasture type environment. Like, I can see like some sort of farmhouse on the riverside with grazing lands to graze in. I like this. I also want to have different areas dedicated to different things. I like the fact that we're not that far away from spawn here, which is a very good thing. And having different areas dedicated to different things basically ensures that we continuously are traveling around the world just to get things. So having our mine out there, or maybe just one of our mines out there, you know, in the desert, having our desert oasis type builds out on those hills or something. Maybe having a nice house on top of the at the hilltop on this plateau. Maybe having some grazing lands, pastures and stuff down there. What, already there's these guys? That's cool. Should we go deal with them, or should we let them pass? I mean, we do sometimes get some good loot, which is nice. I'm gonna... Does it really matter? Leave our bed up here. Honestly, I think I'm gonna set camp up here. I kind of want to get... Oh, I shouldn't have put away the iron. The iron was a good thing to keep on us. I think we're gonna make a chest, put our stuff away, head back there, get some supplies, come back here and build. I think that's the plan. Because we do have some good supplies that we got from our our previous mining expeditions. And I definitely don't want to spend the rest of my time Nice. That's always good. Where's the other guy? Where did he go? Did he fall in a hole? He's the guy with the potions. The potions are nice. I don't think that they're easy to come by anymore. Or something. Eggs. Eggs are good. Am I missing something, or did this guy just flat out disappear? Well, I guess I'm the pillager now. I'm gonna leave a bed up there. Let's make a new bed. Look at that. Now we have a crossbow, so that's gonna be useful. Make a new bed. And this will be the bed that we always keep on us. I think, I don't know. The thing is, we shouldn't be making so many trips. Let's stick to the plan. We're going to make a chest, put some stuff down, then go head out to our other area to grab some materials, come back here, and maybe start a build or something. I don't know if I'm going to finish the build, but we can at least attempt to start a build. Okay. I also want to get I would like to get a bamboo farm set up as soon as possible. 'Cause that's basically free wood, free materials, like free chests, free everything. So it kind of just makes sense to have that up and running as soon as possible. This chest is just going to be full of random stuff. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit organized, but that's going to be very difficult to do. Okay. This is like fuel. Let's do like this. Arrows. This can be here. That can be there. String. What else do we have? Oxygen for adventure time. We'll keep this on us. This will keep on us, I guess. Don't really need this right now, but it does help. We'll come back for this when it's time to use weapons and stuff. Okay. This is good enough for now. That can go away. Blocks are important. Just kind of keeping things somewhat organized, I guess. Okay. Let's go back to our area and grab what we can in terms of supplies. It might be worthwhile. Do we have like deep slate type materials, or I wonder what building blocks we have. Also, we could head down into a lush cave at some point too, because that will give us moss, which is super useful, not just for farming, because that's what enables us to have a good bone meal farm. It's also a great building block, like for terraforming and using in general different ways. And we have a camel up on the top of the hill over there, which is really interesting. Shouldn't look too hard because that Enderman will come for me. And I'd rather not have... You know what? Let's play some professional Minecraft, right? Do you think that you will... Oh, boy. I guess Oh, come on. Why do I have to say these things? Professional Minecraft is a very relative term. All I meant by that was, okay, I'll put a boat down, I'll kill the Enderman, and that will be that. And I'll have an Ender Pearl, maybe, potentially. But no. No. We had to go and pick a fight with an Enderman as if we knew what we were doing. And the net result was that we were basically almost at our other area. We could have just ignored the Enderman, gone on with our lives, and everything would have been fine. But instead, night is about to fall, and we are marching through the desert. I feel like there's a lesson, like a life lesson in here somewhere. Do Endermans de-aggro as soon as they kill you, or does it take some time? Wow, look at that. I literally just popped. My stuff is just everywhere. Holy. I just completely and utterly exploded. axe. Am I missing an axe? I am missing an axe. Oh, that's just... Nope. Found it. Let's sleep real quick, because why should we increase the probability of dying now that we have a bed? It's amazing, honestly. The sheer luck that I have in this game is pretty cool. It's almost like whatever's most comical is pretty much guaranteed to happen. Okay. Pickaxe. Let's put our water down. Boat. This. I don't know why I have this incessant need to organize my inventory every single time. But hey, this is just how I like it. So back on the mission. The mission currently is to get some supplies. Maybe not pick a fight with an Enderman. Although picking a fight with an Enderman is just so enticing. Okay. Oh, now who's picking a fight with who, honestly? I think he's coming here just to kind of rub it in my face. Yeah, rub it in my face, Mr. Enderman. You did kill me. It's okay. Should we just take care of him real quick, or is the same thing going to happen? Why bother? Okay. Let's do... I would make a diamond pickaxe, but it's clear that I'm going to lose it in like 5 seconds. So, let's take some iron, because shears, I think, was something that we wanted to establish for wool. There are no building blocks in here. These are the original tools. I'd like to keep those. There are basically no building blocks. We could smelt copper, which we might do. I think that would be interesting. But I have a feeling that what we're really looking for is down here. What? Am I losing it, or did we not have a... I am losing it. Because it's here. Not where I was, but 1 block away. Like I said, great luck I have in this game. Okay. That's important for mining, I guess. This is good. We can take that. I think we should go on an expedition and grab some materials. I can't shake the feeling that this is a horrible idea. What do we have? We have things on us. Let's put the shears away. At the very least, we don't really need shears for this expedition. Watch me forget the shears in this chest when it's time to leave. That is most definitely going to happen. I do need wood. I think it's important to carry wood for sticks and whatnot. We do not have enough torches, so this is fantastic. All around, this is going to be just great playing today. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to be down here collecting materials for most of today's gameplay instead of building, but honestly, are we even shocked? Are we even surprised that this is the case? Let's grab some granite. I'm gonna keep the iron pick on me just because when I do inevitably run into ore that can only be lifted with an iron pickaxe, I will forget and that will make things just worse. Now, you might be wondering, why in the world I did not craft a diamond pickaxe before I came down here. And if you find yourself wondering that, you are not alone in that wondering, because I too am wondering why. I mean, I know why. The answer is that none of this was planned, and I'm kind of just going where the game is leading me. And right now it's leading me down a path which will inevitably result in either death, destruction, losing all of my items, or maybe, just maybe, being a little bit productive and coming out with some materials I can use, right? Well, I guess there's only one way of finding out. I like how there's granite and andesite sort of piled together. I think it's cool. Also, you might be asking, why did I decide to do a mining expedition on camera? And you might also be wondering, if I'm going to be doing mining, why don't I just turn this into a caving expedition and gather materials as I'm going? And you would be absolutely correct in that judgment. And the answer is that sometimes I simply work in mysterious ways, you know? Okay. One thing is guaranteed: if I break this block, all of this falls with. And I'd rather that not happen. You know, sometimes I wish that they made that they gave us the ability to have stairs and slabs and other types of blocks with the dripstone block, because it's a really cool block on it, honestly. And I should also add that I have no idea what color palette I'm building in that area. I have no idea what color palette I'm building in the desert either. So all of that is to be determined, but I'm just going to get some blocks I know I can work with. That's always a good combo. Although I need a lot more than that. This is actually, all three are pretty good combo too. What is that? Jungle wood, granite, and dripstone block are always a good combination. You can mix in some copper. You can mix in some red brick. Actually, it also works very well. If we go to the lush cave, there's going to be a lot of clay we can use to produce red brick, which I think is going to be nice. So overall, I think this is at least this is a decent vein to mine, this granite vein, without having to go directly down into the mines. I know that there is more granite to be mined lower down from where we are, which is good. There's definitely a lot of dripstone that can be mined lower down as well. Honestly, I find mining pretty relaxing. I think it's chill, as the kids say these days. They don't say that. Boomers say that. Okay. Okay, not bad. Pretty good haul we're getting here. Another thing we get from the Lush Cave area is if we dig down from the top of the of where that is those azalea trees are, we can get a nice amount of rooted dirt. Which, fun fact, I believe that rooted dirt, I actually don't build nearly enough with it, even though it is a pretty cool block to build with. Especially like terrain and pathways and stuff, because it's kind of like dirt, it's just slightly different texture. But rooted dirt is you can only get it from natural generation, and it only generates around the top of a lush cave, or so I recall. I could be completely wrong about that, and in that case I'll just be making a bunch of stuff up. But in reality it doesn't really matter whether or not those are factual ideas, but we could definitely test that theory. Well, how would you you can't really test a negative, right? You can infer a positive. You can prove a positive. I don't believe it's possible to prove a negative, right? Or something like that. This is a decent amount, I think, especially if it's going to mainly be roof blocks, maybe some trimming. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know. I honestly, I have no idea what color palette I'm going to be building in. I think I said that already, so just repeating right now, but there's just so many choices. I like to kind of come in with a I was going to say empty mind, which is kind of true. It's good to keep the mind empty from time to time, especially when you're used to having a full mind all the time. But generally speaking, I like to come into a build with basically no plan. Sometimes I like to have a plan, but there are many occasions where I like to just build whatever kind of feels right, as opposed to coming in with a like super set plan of ideas and stuff. And sometimes the builds come out really, really poor, and other times the builds come out pretty decent, honestly. And the most important thing is that you can never really get overly attached to a build. Like, there's never a scenario where you can't just like break a build down, you know, and just build, like fix it, build from scratch. Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. I was saying that was gonna happen from removing that block right there, the whatever it's called, dripstone block, and instead I did it. I actually did exactly what I said was gonna happen, but from the top. Instead of removing this block, I went too close to the gravel. Gravel is also super useful block. Very underrated. And the fact that you can trade for it in the nether, super useful too. I think gravel is very useful block to use in builds, as well as to use for coarse dirt. Always useful as well. And is gravel also used in concrete? I think it's used in powdered concrete, if I'm not mistaken. I do like contrasty builds, so having like deep slate or something alongside contrasty materials is also a good thing. I think we should create... we should craft a pickaxe. And yeah, I don't think we're getting to build in today's episode, but at least we're gathering a decent amount of materials, I guess, which will definitely help us next time we log on, because we should be able to get right into building, hopefully, since we would have quite a few materials already mined. I'm just gonna say it. Doing this with a stone pickaxe is just, on the one hand, it's kind of amazing. On the other hand, it's just kind of crazy. It's kind of amazing because it's really super early game, and it's very enjoyable. But at the same time, super slow. I like how there's these little particles from generated gravity blocks. It's kind of saying, hey, if you touch me, I'm gonna fall. And it's also the story of my gameplay. Should we grab some diorite as well? Diorite is a nice contrasty block too, honestly, so let's grab some of that. Or should we do something crazy and just build our very first starter house in early game vanilla Minecraft out of like chiseled basalt or whatever, because we have that geode that we found, which is a decent deposit of basalt. That would be pretty crazy. Now, I mentioned before, I posed the question, why would I be mining on camera? And the answer is I quite enjoy mining, and I find it very relaxing to mine, and I also find it very relaxing to watch somebody mine. So I figure it's not that bad of an idea to mine on camera, but I do understand that it's going to be quite boring and storyless. So I think I'm just going to mine some materials here, mine some more materials, and bring you guys back in once we are all mined up. I'll definitely record if anything interesting happens, or if I decide to go exploring in the cave. But for now, I'm just going to mine a little bit more, gather my materials, and head to the area where we're going to build in the next episode. So I will see you soon, or I won't. I might just see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Have a wonderful day.